Hi and welcome to a new video and welcome to the channel. And I'm just going to put you down here a bit more. Sunday evening, I'm going to have a quick beer. I don't usually drink at home, but where things have been going these last few weeks, I feel like it's necessary. Anyway, first of all, and I'll say this again, we've had a lot of subscribers coming on board. I'm so pleased about this. It really has been enlightening to see people coming on and new people coming on asking questions, etc. And also there's keen supporters of this channel who continue to comment, and I love hearing your stories. It's fantastic. But anyway, this is a vlog which I was telling you about the Goburs, and this is what's going on. So I was really sad to hear about Gobur shutting up shop. I know they stopped making their carousel ranges, their folding caravans, some years ago now, but they seem to be doing all right doing backup spares, etc. But they've now basically shut down. And the two guys that ran it, I had some fantastic chats with them at the NEC over the years, because they used to tell you how it was. There was no messing about, no skirting. Yeah, it's so sad that that's another maker really gone. I suppose you could say they'd gone in 2016 when they stopped making their folding caravans. But I was fortunate enough to go in, I think it was 2009. I was stopping at the Caravan Club site at Sandringham. And I had a couple of cars on test. And I wanted to go down to, I think it's Melton Mowbray, was it? I think Constable Street, I think it was. But Peacock Way, Industrial Estate, and go and see the carousels, Gobur carousels. Now I had I had the new Kia, oh crap, I've forgotten the name of the blinking car now. Fairly odd looking car. Gosh, the name escapes me. Yeah. Anyway, we got this car, had it delivered, and they put a tow bar on it, and the ideal van for it really was one of the Goburs. So the two guys, Steve, they said, right, come to the factory, pick one up, and take it away. So we did, and we went on a little site, we set it up, and it was an absolutely glorious day, absolutely glorious. It was a red hot day. And then I said, I'd really like to come to the factory, because this was a review I was doing for Scottish Caravan magazine. And because what I wanted to do with Gobur, I wanted people to know them more. Now, they were niche, and they were pretty well made. Yes, they were quite dated, I suppose, really inside. And the logo was like an old-fashioned carousel. And I think possibly, where they possibly went wrong was they didn't really promote themselves really, as they should have done. I think they sort of got people to stumble across them, and when they found them, a lot of people like them. There's one literally up the road from me in someone's garden, and they even did a little twin axle one in the early 80s when the twin axle fad was on, because by the early 80s, everything was on a twin axle near enough. Even 14-foot caravans were going on twin axles. It was getting a bit crazy. But anyway, so I learned that they were shutting down, and I'm really, really saddened by it. And judging by what everyone's been saying on the caravan industry Facebook page, you're all are too. And I think a lot of people are thinking the same way. Maybe they'd have been more driven on marketing and got out, because they were now ideal for the electric car people, on small towing limits. And the fact is that these caravans could be put up relatively simply. You could put them down in the rain, so it wasn't like the old folding caravans, the old canvassy ones like the Pennines and stuff. So really, now, if they'd have probably smartened up the interiors on them, updated them, they may have had a nice little following. I mean, let's face it, if someone's going to sleep on top of the car in a tent box, I think someone's going to sleep in a sort of folding caravan with a proper kitchen, probably an oven, and a little washroom in them, and generally a very comfortable little caravan that you could pop down to next to nothing and shove it in your garage, and it'd be out of the way. Nobody knew you got it. So it is a bit of a downer, really. That this is what's happened. That they've just gone to the history books, really. I did a book on micro caravans and motorhomes, and I think I included the carousel in there, the little small one they did, which was I think it was about 5'7" wide, and it was a cracking little van for somebody who, had limited storage, small car, didn't want to tow anything big. Just great. And now, in this day and age, really, they should have been actually in demand. In the 80s, I remember there was Rapido. They had the folding out big fold out caravan. There was I think was it Florette. There was quite a few French manufacturers who were importing, because these vans were actually, to be quite honest, a popular choice. A lot of people would start with a tent, maybe go into a folding caravan or a folding camper, a trailer tent, and then go on to something like a folding caravan. There was quite a few dealers around, not a lot, but there was quite a few. But those dealers just dwindled away by the 90s. And I suppose the other thing is they've been taken over with the Arebas, the Heimers and stuff. The little Areba vans, which are a little bit more cool, and little tabs. But I think there was definitely a market there. I mean, they will know, those two guys, they would know. Richard and Steve, they were just brilliant guys. I really, really... but, you see, again, they're probably getting very much out of it. They'll be probably retiring age, and nobody wants to take the business on. So it's sad, isn't it? Business, no matter if you're producing caravans or whatever you're doing, business these days is tough. We're not going to get into political things, but it's not easy running a business these days. I mean, it never was, but these days there's so much more. National insurance costs have gone up, the running costs have gone up, the materials are going up. You don't know from one day to the next if something's going up or down. Especially all this thing with the Middle East, with Trump and all that business going on. It's just completely blown everything out of the water. So this is my little video, my, if you like, paying my respects to the two guys who ran this business from 1982, and sadly it's now having to fold up and go. And fold up wasn't, forgive the pun, but as I say, I found all the still photographs that I did in 2009, taken with my first one of my first digital cameras, actually. It's a little Kodak, which is a brilliant little camera, did a few front cover images. And I say, I did an article for a magazine called Scottish Caravan that you've heard me talk about before. So any of you who are Scottish Caravan readers, I think there's people like Ian McLean, and also there is others out there that God, my brain's just completely gone. Terrible, isn't it? Terrible. Don't know. A lot on this last few weeks. Well, months really, but it's getting really intense at the moment. So, yeah, like Nigel Burland, I was going to say, he was a Scottish Caravan magazine reader. So there might be one or two others out there. And if you've kept any back copies, look for around 2009 and you'll see that article in there on Gobur and the carousel and the review I did. Right, I'll let you get on with the video, and please give me your comments. Please like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. And also just do it, you enjoy this. And, you know, if you've never heard of them, like a lot of people hadn't, what do you think? Would they have succeeded if they've had more marketing? If somebody come in and take the company over, let Stephen Richard just sort of say, right, okay, we're retiring, we're going to sit back, we'll be there for a bit of advice, but let's get it and let's launch it, this business now, as, you know, this is the way to, this is another alternative to go caravan, especially if you've got an electric car with very low towing figures. You know, you could tow one of these and give it a good spruce up inside and change the graphics and you know, kept the basic idea, but basically modernized them and made sort of family vans, maybe a bit bigger ones, maybe even. Right, on that score, I'm going to go and say thanks for watching. And I say this is quite a sad video, really. Yeah, it is. I don't like seeing the manufacturer going, and especially Gobur. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one, and enjoy the video. Bye for now.